This week, we are going to be talking about the NASDAQ 100, which you will find as US100 on the BtcDana platform. After weeks of selling pressure, we saw price action test its lowest points in about 3 or 4 months around the 27,050 area. And of course, we saw the US 100 recover strongly during the later part of last week from this particular point. So the question going into the new week is simple. Can buyers extend this recovery, or are sellers preparing to take control again? Let us begin from the daily time frame. Looking at the daily time frame here, the overall market structure remains strongly bullish, and after connecting a couple of higher lows formed since April, it shows that price is still trading above the broader ascending trend line. However, after reaching the 3,750 area, just right here, price moved into a range-bound structure between 28,500 and a 30,750 to emphasize the level of uncertainty during this period. This indecision developed as investors became more selective around major technology stocks. Buyers were still interested in the broader bullish trend, but concerns around high valuations, heavy AI spending, and weakness across some semiconductor stocks reduced the willingness to keep pushing price higher. Now, towards the end of July, that was the second half of last week, the balance changed a little bit and price broke below the 28,500 support as selling pressure increased. This makes 28,500 my key level for the coming week. It previously held price inside the daily range for about 2 to 3 months, but following the breakdown, it may now act as resistance. Stay with me as we scale down because the lower time frame reveals why this level may play a significant role in the direction of US 100 this week. Now, moving down into the 4 hours time frame, and after connecting a series of lower highs and lower lows reveals a descending channel within the broader correction. Price eventually tested the lower boundary of that range around the 27,050, where buyers responded strongly. Now, that recovery was also supported by improved sentiment after strong earnings from major technology companies restored some confidence in the AI trade. However, price has now returned to 28,500, where the former daily support overlaps with the 4 hours resistance. This confluence explains why sellers may respond around the area. A simple touch of 28,500 is therefore not enough to confirm that the recovery is strengthening. Buyers will need a clear breakout and retest above the structure to show that price is beginning to overcome the selling pressure behind the earlier breakdown and could return attention towards 29,500. While price remains below 28,500, the move from 27,050 is still a recovery within the 4 hours bearish correction. Now, with that in mind, let us scale down to the 1 hour time frame because this makes the immediate structure clearer and gives us a useful yardstick for the week. Price is currently caught between 28,150 and the key level at 28,500. This range-bound structure you see here reveals the present indecision. Buyers are trying to protect the recovery, while sellers continue to defend the 28,500 supply area. If price holds above 28,150, buyers may continue testing 28,500, and a breakout retest above 28,500 could strengthen the recovery towards the 29,500 we discovered earlier. But a breakdown and retest below 28,150 will show that the recovery is losing strength and could return attention towards 27,050. Market participants will also be watching the ISM manufacturing report on Monday, the ISM services report on Wednesday, and of course the US employment report on Friday. These events could influence expectations around economic growth, inflation, and interest rates. Strong data may support confidence in company earnings, but it may also push treasury yields higher. And on the other hand, weak data may reduce some pressure on yields, but it could also increase concerns about slowing economic growth. So as we prepare for the incoming week, the broader daily structure remains bullish, while the 4 hours chart continues to show a bearish correction. Above 28,500, the recovery could strengthen towards 29,500, while below 28,150, sellers may regain the advantage returning attention to 27,050. Let us see how the week unfolds. Until then, trade safely, manage your risk, and I will see you again next week.